Welcome back to our sessions on productivity. We're at we've done 4 sessions already. Now today we're going to combine those 4 and come up with a little bit longer of a session, a little bit longer of a sequence for you that you can follow and continue to improve where we focus our energy, where we focus our time, where we focus our lives on. And that is realistic for mine, the key to productivity. It's, as Gandhi said, I have such a busy day. I'm not going to meditate for 1 hour. Today I'm going to meditate for 2. Speaks of the clarity obtained when the focus improves, when the stillness, when the breath, the connection through the breath. Massive. Don't get me started on that. So we'll go through our practice today. We'll start off with a little bit of breath awareness. Let's find our block, our book, whatever, a cushion, pillow, whatever you want. Going to touch the soles of the feet together. Works as a little bit of a groin and an inner thigh opener as well. So double your pleasure, double your fun. Sitting upright, roll the shoulders back. Take some big inhales through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Body begins to soften and the mind begins to quieten. Letting go of whatever you brought onto the mat and just being on the mat. Being here today, spending your 10-15 minutes knowing the benefits of the clarity, the calmness, the peace, plus all the physical health benefits as well, of course. And closing the mouth, breathing deeply just through the nose. Amazing what just connection through the breath. Amazing what just concentrating on the breath for a few minutes every day can do for you. The mind begins to quiet and shut off. And the body begins to relax. Good. Take 3 more breaths here. Then we're going to wrap the right ankle towards our left sitting bone. And we're going to step the left foot over top of the right knee. Let's sit onto the block again. Let's sit on the block, get the hips a little bit higher. We're going to move into our seated twist, lengthening through the right hand, taking it back behind, lengthening through the back, extending, and then bringing the elbow inside of the knee. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist. Good. One more. Exhale. Good. Gazing forward, releasing the elbow, and we'll change over to the opposite side. Ankle underneath, or beside the right hip. Foot steps over, really ground that foot down. Left hand over and back. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, gaze over the left shoulder. But use the whole spine, lower back, middle back, upper back, and then finally twisting the shoulders and the neck. Good, just one more breath here. Excellent. Release that. Come back to where we began our practice, began our breath awareness. Heels just in front of the knees, sitting up onto our block. And roll forward, flatten the back, lengthen forward. Be taking the forehead down toward the toes. With each exhale, letting a little bit more go. You may even notice knots or tightness in the feet. Feel free while you're here, give them a little bit of massage, give them a little bit of self-care, a little bit of maintenance. Feet often get forgotten about. They often get neglected. Good, just 3 more breaths here. Oh yeah. Must have been stressed recently, I could feel it. You can feel the knot in the right foot. Good. Slowly release, we're gonna move that block. We're gonna roll over the knees into a tabletop. Have a few cat-cow breaths here. Closing the eyes, notice where your attention goes. As we close our eyes, we find there's more attention back to self. There's more attention back to who we are, what's important in our lives, as opposed to all of that input that's brought in through the eyes. The eyes has so much data. You know, a picture says 1,000 words. How many words do your eyes say? Feel the focus, feel the energy moving up and down the spine. Inhale to lift, last one. Exhale to round. Take the knees wide, touch the toes, sink down into the heels. Release the shoulders, soften the elbows, and just lengthen. Feel the length in the spine here. Now feel your attention, feel your focus being on the very, very low on the lower back, the end of almost the tailbone. Then as we come forward into our cobra, we scoop our chest low. And notice how the attention changes, the awareness changes, where our focus changes. Bring it through to the heart, bring it through to the chest, and pull the sternum through by squeezing the heels of the hands back towards the hips. Lower the chest. Now we're going to move with our breath. Press back into the hands. Back into our child's pose. Let the breath go. Inhale, scoop it forward. Exhale, release. And continue moving with the breath. Inhale to scoop. Exhale to return. Just 2 more. Pulling the heart through. See if we can keep those elbows squeezed. We want to use our shoulders, but your back is so much stronger, so elbows really tucked by the side ribs. Lower the chest and return the hips where they came. Good. Coming back to a tabletop, extending the right, lengthening through the left. You may even find the left shin and the left foot begin to float. Find your focus point. And slowly release. You may find they don't, but guess what? Over time, the more we practice that, the better our concentration, the better our focus. Lifting through the left, extending the right hand, and maybe the right foot. See how we go. Good. And slowly release. Excellent. Walk the hands a little bit forward. We're going to tuck our toes into our downward dog. Just make sure the knees are nice and bent here. And really press back through the shoulders. And just walk up the heels. Good. Gaze in between the hands. Walk the feet forward, forward fold. From here, on the inhale, bring the hands through shins, half lift. Fill the lungs, find that spot, find that spot. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, locate that One spot, lock it in with the eyes, roll the shoulders back but lengthen through the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale one last time. Exhale, release. This time we'll unfurl slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Reaching the hands high. Gaze in between the fingers, in between the thumbs. Exhale, lower all the way back down to forward fold. Hands down to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, roll all the way high. Roll all the way tall. High and tall come out of this hall sometimes. Extend through the fingertips. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Rolling all the way up. Reaching tall. Bring the hands back to heart center. We're going to move into our tree pose, grounding down to the right. Lengthen through the spine. Now whatever is appropriate for you, just avoiding the knee joint. So we don't want to press the foot against the knee, just cause problems. So lock that, press that foot down. Find a spot with the eyes. And then any arm position that works for you. Bring the hands back to heart center. We're going to hinge at the hip. And we're going to kick our left leg back. Into our warrior three pose. Didn't expect that one, did you? Gaze directly down at your mat. Lock it in. Kick through the heel. I'll even turn sideways. Level the hips. Reach to the crown of the head. Good. Come all the way up. You can keep that knee lifted, kicking through the heel. And then placing the foot down. Lovely. Very nice. Very nice. We'll do exactly the same on the opposite side. Start with that tree pose. Ankle, calf, thigh, whatever works for you. Find somewhere for the lock in the eyes. Anything that feels right with the hands. Hands back down to heart center. Hinge at the hips, kick through that right leg. Flex the heel. Create a straight line from the heel all the way through the crown of the head. Slowly bring the knee through. Take it slow, no rush. Extend through the heel. Slowly lower it in. Good. Check out those legs. Give them a little shake. Well done. Well done. Can we combine the first 4 sessions of our productivity sequences into a little bit longer of a flow? Added a couple little juicy bits in there for you as well. But notice how, as we practice this, we find where our attention should be. We notice different parts of the body. If we should tuck our belly button in, for example, that connection to body rubs off in the quietness of the mind. When the mind gets quietened, you notice that some sort of creativity starts happening. The mind is processing, you don't even know it. So you're being productive even though it doesn't look like you're doing anything. So use that clarity, use that stillness, use that connection to breath and connection back to yourself to get so much more out of everything you do. Enjoy the focus, use it, practice it. Whatever it be, whether it be a conversation, whether it be obviously I haven't done enough work on my imagination. Whether it be whether it be a conversation, whether it be a person, whether it be a thing, whether it be an animal, whether it be something in nature. Use your focus, whether, heaven forbid, whether it be something to do with work. Practice that focus. Practice that concentration. Practice a little bit of one-mindedness at times. And you'll find that you can do so much more, even though it seems like you're doing less. Because you're not worrying about all these other things. You're not spending your energy, spending your time chasing after every ding on your phone or every bell on your inbox. You're going to get so much more accomplished. So, well done today. Keep up the fantastic work. Keep playing with it. Keep enjoying it. Keep using it. Keep practicing it. And we'll see you next time for session